Alright, so here is a basic bodice. I have a sloper with a dart in it. It doesn't matter if it has a dart or not. I don't really need it to have the dart, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And a sleeve. If you have a back, that's great. I'm just going to use this for my back. So first I'm going to cut the sleeve. And this does not go down long enough. And I do need it to be all the way down. So I am going to real quick measure from my shoulder to my wrist, which is 23. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and make a cut at 23.5 so that I have enough seam allowance to fold this up 1/2 inch and hem it. And then I'm just going to cut across, kind of using this as a little bit of a guide here. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out the top of my sleeve. And I'd like them to flare out a little at the end, so we'll see if we can make that happen while I'm cutting it out. I just like sleeves with flares. I think they're pretty, and I think it adds something interesting. I always like having something interesting to look at when I make clothes. Sometimes I like to do really simple stuff, but a lot of times I like to have some fun with it.
I'm making a video over here.
Yep, I'm making a shirt real quick before we go. Or at least I'm cutting one out.
New dress for Girl Scouts.
Just a sweater because it's starting to get cold out.
Are you fixing a sweater?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take all stuff out of my Barbie's hair?
Next I'm going to cut out the back. And I'm going to cut 2 separate backs and sew them together, because I like to put a little bit of a slope in the back. You okay, Isabel?
No, it was stuff from my doll.
Okay.
I fixed her hair. Her hair's really messy right now. I just put it in her hairband and fix it up. And I want while you're doing that, I want to show them my doll.
Okay, you can do that.
And see if they will want to
Have their
come
hair
over
like
to our
that.
house and get us a line.
Oh, that'd be great, Isabel.
So they can have their hair like their doll's hair basically. Well, can I go to Macy's house? Maybe. On Macy's birthday.
When is Macy's birthday?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they told me to straight her with Anita.
That's okay. Do you know what street you live on?
What street?
Graceland.
Graceland?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we live on Graceland?
That's the name of our street.
Streets have names?
Yeah.
But then streets have parents.
Yeah.
Oh, Jess. How there was one baby.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to line up this with the bottom of it. And if you've noticed, we've left this at the bottom of the sleeve and the back when we cut it. Instead of cutting the top at the top of the fabric like everything else, we're going to cut it at the bottom fabric. Okay.
He looks nicer.
Good. I'm glad, huh? And because this is a sweater, I'm not going to cut that dart into it. Maybe I'll just cut a little bit further out. Because this is a stretchy fabric, I don't have to worry so much about getting like exact lines and things. Okay, so then this part, I am basically going to, I am going to cut this shoulder down. No, you know what, I'm going to leave it like that. Because then we'll end up with a little bit of almost like a collar on the front. So I'm going to cut up like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And then I'm going to angle all of this down to that point. And I'm going to kind of curve out to it so that it gets there a little bit nicer. There we go. Okay. And then the first thing I'm going to do, on the back, I'm going to put right sides together. And I'm going to go down that back center seam. Just like so.
Hi. Today I'm showing you my Barbie's hair because I'm making a salon today. I'll make the most prettiest dresses of all.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the 2 front pieces. Let's see. Here we go. And we will place the front pieces right side together onto the back and line it up at the shoulder seam. So there's an armhole, a shoulder seam. There we go. Armhole, shoulder seam. Okay. So go ahead and sew across the shoulders, and then also sew down the side seams. Next, we're going to do the sleeves. So with right sides together, sew all the way down the sleeves. Okay, so now we're going to attach the sleeves. So we need the shirt inside out. So inside out, here's an armhole. And I need the sleeves right side out. And let me make sure I put the right, let's see. Yes, okay. So this sleeve is going to go inside here. Oh, you know what? This is the wrong one. Right. Where is this the right one? This is the wrong one. Okay. So this is going to go inside here. And the bottom seam on the sleeve needs to match up with the side seam on the shirt. So you can go ahead and pin that. And then I like to put a pin at the top as well.
This how we stir.
It is how we stir. Oh, that's kind of backwards, isn't it?
No, it's not.
And then you can pin the rest of the way around if you'd like.
Mama, this how we stir.
I'd at least put a couple pins to hold everything nicely. Yeah, Felicity?
This how we stir.
Wow. That's good stirring.
Mama, no, this how we stir.
You're so silly.
And this how we break eggs. We break eggs we make things on the floor.
Yeah. No. And then just sew around that armhole. Okay, so now we're gonna hem everything. So, Felicity, honey. Okay. We're gonna hem the bottom of the sleeves. And then just starting wherever, fold the neckline back 1/2 inch, go all the way around the neckline, all the way down to this extra part, and just keep hemming the whole way around. You're just going to fold everything down 1/2 inch and use a double needle to go over it, or do a stretch stitch over, whatever you're more comfortable with, the whole way around all of your raw edges at this point, and then it's done. Make sure you iron really well.